What's up, guys, and welcome to Creator Chats once again here at Gang Studios. Here we talk to new creators, content creators, community leaders, organizers, different kinds of content creators in the industry. So that's cosplayers, streamers, digital artists, VTubers, madame, madame. Basta anyone who can give you advice or help you in your journey as a content creator, we have them here on our podcast. So today we have two very special guests. Ayun. So we have two very special guests, and normally we have our guests who are based in Manila. But I'm very excited to say that we're supporting an event outside of Manila this time. So yeah, this one's gonna be in Dagupan. I have mingled with this community a couple of times before, as a content creator, as a guest, and I'm really excited to be a part of their upcoming event as well as a bunch of other content creators who are on Gank, in Gank, and of course other creators who also are excited to meet the Dagupan community. So I think it's better for them to explain the event way better than me, of course. So I would like to introduce to everyone we have a Bernice and Ria Kosser. So welcome them, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, there you
Hi
go.
guys.
I
Okay,
can
there you go.
I can hear myself. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
let me.
All right. All right. Okay. So hi guys. Yeah. So please do introduce yourselves. Yeah. This is Bernice and Ria.
Wanna go first? Yeah, sure. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Bernice. I used to cosplay back in Manila and now I've moved here in Pangasinan and I'm doing organizing stunts here.
Hello everyone. My name is Ria Koser.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the community scene at least actively for the past 2 years. So you could say I'm still an amateur in terms of cosplay, but I really love being in a community. So here I am.
Well, first of all, it's not about how many years you're in the community. So it's about what you add to the community. So even if you're 2 years
Yes.
in, as you know, you're making an event, you're making this gathering for different communities, for different people in the community, and I think that's a big deal. It's kind of like when they say there's such thing as like actual age and emotional maturity, and age doesn't define
Yeah.
emotional maturity. So I guess it's something like that. As for Bernice here, matagal ko na tong kilala. I've known her for literally, kailan ba yun? 2015? 2017? Kailan ba lumabas yung Star Wars Episode 7?
I don't know. I don't remember, but I've known you since
Fight Saber.
were you part yeah, Fight Saber years. I've known you since Fight Saber years.
Yes, so
So
years talaga.
everyone knows how old you are.
We've known each other for years, and actually she was there when I started out. Yun yung first ever foray ko into cosplay. I was cosplaying like Jedi, and Sith and stuff like that. Tapos nagko-choreo-choreo kami sa stage.
Yeah.
So nakakatawa naman. Yeah, ang tagal nga, and I can see a
Oo,
bunch of
ikaw?
your community
Wala in
members
Pasto.
dito sa comment section natin.
Oh,
Ano, mag-hi tayo. What's
yeah, actually.
and
Hello guys.
and what's up, guys? So
Actually have I'm gonna pull up the live chat right now just to see who's here. But I
ayun,
already know who's here.
sila from a Jew. This is she's from a girl group, and she's also a content creator I've known for quite a while. And it's great to see, like nice to see you here. Maybe you're gonna have fun. Maybe you'll learn something new. Yeah, and see Sindel. I love Sindel, of course. Can I just say, Sindel? They showed what Serpentius looks like IRL, and you cosplay that even before it released. Kaya good stuff. Technically you got it canon. Nakakamiss naman.
Everyone's here. All our babies are
Yeah,
here.
Jamin is here. Hi,
Hi,
Jamin.
John.
All right. Ayun, so let's begin with the questions. So, you guys have been busy. You guys have been busy organizing your event. I'm pretty sure it's on your mind every single day leading up to the event, and it will be until after. So, how are you? How are you? Have you been these last few weeks?
You go first.
Incredibly busy. Incredibly busy, lacking sleep and meetings almost every day. It's tiring, but then I think in the end, I think it's really worth it because we're managing everyone, we're connecting everyone from La Union
Mm.
and Tarlac and even Baguio, other than Pangasinan, which is very rewarding for us.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. It's amazing because I'm surprised how many communities you're connecting. You know, normally these communities they do their own micro events, but here you are making a super community basically with everyone around. So nakakatuwa naman. What about you, Ria?
Yun yung initial plan. Yun yung initial plan talaga. Because before, like you said, I used to be in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Manila cosplay scene, but my goal talaga was to have a Manila style event here, and we're finally having it via Frightcon.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have done it without Priya, Hoven, and Stella.
Ayun, shout out to you guys, Haven and Stella. Of course, nandito si
Hey
Ria.
guys.
I know you guys are busy. Ikaw naman, Ria. Like, how you been? How you been? You know, 2 years into the
Um,
community and ito yung ginagawa mo. What's it like? What's it feel like?
Funny enough, just a little bit of a fun fact. 2 months in, like after I joined Pangasinan, I mean like specifically the Dagupan cosplay community, I was already roped into um organizing a mini event. So I was still starting out as a cosplayer. No, I didn't know anything about makeup or styling wigs. So I had a bit of experience. I know the stress, pero this and sinasabay sa thesis ko kasi I'm also doing my thesis. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to juggle three things at once. So it's a bit stressful, I admit, pero I believe it's gonna be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy seeing the kids in our community enjoying sa events namin. So that's what's mostly pushing the four of us to continue this event and make it very worth it for everyone.
You know, it's great to hear that you know you're hitting the ground running as a member of the community. You know, you're not walang incubation stage. Kumbaga, you're going straight to it. You're helping out and making an event happen. It's what actually is gonna build you into a big person in the community. Sa totoo lang, um, alam ni Bernice to, like remember like people always ask me, Kuya Cholo, but ang kapal ng mukha mo. But ang ano, but why are you so brave on stage? Why are you good at hosting? Why do you go on stage so easily? It's because and I hit the ground running rin. You know, like the first time I did cosplay was for the Star Wars thing with Bernice, and I was already performing on stage in APCC. Even before I did any cosplays for tournaments or whatever. Nothing. I didn't even do any of that. Straight stage na talaga. So after that, wala. There's nothing to fear. So I think the same is gonna happen to you. You know, you jumped in, you hit the ground running, and now after this, kahit anong you know itapon sa'yo, sasaluhin mo with grace for sure. Because you already have experience. Ayun, so let's go to the next question. Okay, I'm curious also. Can you give me a little bit about um yung background nyo in the community, in your local community?
Okay. Start. For me,
Mm-hmm.
it was very sudden sa akin. Kasi, like I said, the moment I started helping out, doing events in the local community, um, we, a couple of people decided to create Pangasinan Epic Enso, which is my main community. We actually just built that. So we have a name for the event that we were doing, which is Chinese New Year. We were like, it'd be a bit awkward if we went there and we didn't have a name. So let's just make a name. And I thought of the Epic Enso part. And
Bakit Epic Enso? I'm actually curious. Bakit Enso? Okay, Epic, I get it though.
um so Enso is like a Japanese, and it's in the calligraphy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically it means creativity.
Oh.
So we weren't we weren't just cosplayers in the community. There were artists, there were writers, there are crafters. So it'd be a shame if we only put spotlight on the cosplayers per se. So I was like, let's just put Enso on it. So but yeah, we ended up adding the cosplayers anyway, but the thought is still there. Then ayun, after that, after um the Chinese New Year event, we decided, oh, let's just make this an official community. So we launched it. And then a lot of people joined. We're up to 200, 300 members now.
That's a
Then,
lot. Congrats.
Yeah,
Bilis.
ang bilis
Bilis.
actually. Then one of my friends and actually two, three of my friends were also the co-founders of Enso. Shout out Kuya Kurt, Stella, and Joshua. They actually created our logo and our icon, which is the Enzo. You can see it in our page, which is our mascot as well. So, and after that, we just kind of started having this snowball effect where people started to get to know us and inviting us like, oh, we want to invite you to our event, can you come to our event, like just cosplay, and we would be there, we would in different cities in Pangasinan, and by doing that we were able to meet newer people,
Mm.
young, old, and they joined Enso, and that's how basically we expanded as a group, and now yeah, we're pretty solid 2 years going strong.
I mean, like, if your community has a reputation so reputable, I don't know the way, it's so good that other communities want to partner with you guys for a big event like Frightcon, then no doubt in my mind that you guys are doing good for the community. So good job on that. You know, like the people I see that are in your community are good people. I know some of them. One of them gave me a cake for my birthday in Baguio. Unforgettable stuff. So I yeah, see, I know, see Sindel.
He's right here.
Yeah, he's right there. One of my favorite dudes. I miss you. Ah, excited na ako makita siya. So, yun, very excited to meet the people in your community and to see the community you built talaga. Cannot wait. Ikaw naman, what about you, Bernice? I actually,
Ilang part of it.
hmm?
Ever since post pandemic, I think I moved here, and I'm not gonna lie, I got bored siguro,
It's
and I
okay.
was like, I'm in a position to start something, and then I've been looking for something to do, and then I realized the community here, it could use some growing, and then really the community, the cosplay community, the geek community here, I wanted something similar to Manila, like I said
Yeah.
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I started something with Sir Jason and Prince Austria, and then we started Hobbyverse, and later on I worked with Ria. And I'm gonna tell you, the community here, they're super kind, and you know this, they're very welcoming. And another thing, the crafters here are amazing, super amazing. And sobrang welcoming talaga, and
Yeah.
they're easy to talk to, and they'll be excited when they're at the cons. Grabe.
It hits different no. Like me also, I'm quite close with other provincial communities like Iloilo. Iba talaga yung ano eh, yung kind of like community or camaraderie that a smaller niche community has with one another. It's like ano, they're all, you know, trying to grow together. Syempre because overall they want the community to flourish because that's where they exist in, diba? Like as long as the community is successful, lahat sila masaya. Unlike, you know, like I guess in Manila it's a little bit more competitive kasi very established na yung community dito. Kaya it's nice to see
Yeah,
smaller
yeah.
communities or even like niche or provincial based communities want to grow. Because you know, same thing. It's the
After
same
hub,
thing.
yeah.
It's like how in the Philippines Manila is the hub for, you know, work, business, lahat. Pero it shouldn't have to be. It should spread outward into like the provinces, into the smaller communities, diba? So it goes the same with the hobby communities as well. So
Yeah. Here we make sure na the crafter hub Pangasinan, everyone there, they're not competitive. They help each other. For example, someone will need help with creating a specific item. Everyone else will say, "Oh, you could do it this way. You could create this craft this way," and then they're helping each other learn. And that's one thing I love about them, because they don't compete talaga. They really don't compete. They help each other grow.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, it giving to the community, it'll give back. The community grows, you all get like more clients, a bigger community, more people joining the community, eventually growing into the creators that need those crafters. It's just the same thing. It's a cycle.
It
And
is.
it can only happen if magtulungan talaga yung community instead of like competing with one another, especially in the stage that you guys are in now. No? So,
That's true. That's
ayun. So, it's great that you guys, as the admins, as group leaders or community leaders, are helping propagate that growth. It's the same thing with creators. Like again, to the creators out there who are watching this stream, who are thinking about growing your own community, medyo the same rin. Like hindi mo lang dapat pabayaan yung community nyo. The community of any creator is a reflection of the creator himself. Kung kung masama yung ugali ng creator, count on it na some of the people in the community that they have might take after that, because like-minded
true.
people resonate and connect with other like-minded people. So if mabait yung isang creator or hardworking ang isang creator, then that's the value he's putting out. That's the value he's kind of like having his community mirror as well. So as long if you're a creator, if you're a community leader, you need to interact with your community. You need to interact and also establish what your community is about. What are you guys as a community, mm, not fighting for, but what are you standing for? What do you stand for? Diba? So
True.
that's a tip basically for anyone who wants to make a community. And remember, every content creator, or like any content creator, their foundation is always going to be their community.
That's
Nobody
true.
nobody
Yeah, one
gets.
yes, they
Yeah,
should complement. That's one thing, and
exactly.
resonate at the same time.
Exactly. Kasi no creator gets to where they are without the help of a community that supports them. Diba? All
Yeah.
right. Ayun. Thank you for that. Now, let's get to the meat of it, right? Can you tell me about Frightcon? All right, so let's keep this very conversational. I'm very curious as well. Lore drop me. Like, when was the idea of Frightcon made? How many months ago? Ano yung planning? Bakit siya naging end of November? Lahat. I want to know it all.
Okay. Can I answer it?
Yeah, you can
Um,
do it.
it was actually my idea. I'm a horror movie enthusiast. Actually, I love. I'm a scaredy cat deep down, but I love horror movies. I
Yeah.
always watch it with my friends and my partner. And uh, I have for me why I wanted to do this event is because I have my own plans after I graduate. So I kind of felt like, oh, this is my last chance, possibly my last chance to do something big for my community before I have to move on to another phase of my life. So I was like,
Oh, that's
you
really
know what?
mature.
Yeah,
That's
let's
that's
do it.
a really mature mindset, actually.
Yeah, and we want. I pitched the idea of Frightcon to Ma'am Bernala around July, I think.
Was it July?
Yeah, I think it was
Really?
end of July or July, some
Earlier than the elections, I believe.
yeah, yeah, I believe
Yeah,
it
because
was.
I did
Yeah.
a gig pa.
Yeah. So it was around mid-year of 2025. I pitched the idea. It was actually initially just the three of us, Mom Bernice, me, and then Stella. Then later on, yeah, we got Joven or Javen. Then yeah, as for the dates, kung bakit November 30. Well, initially we wanted it 22 and 23, but things happened. We moved it to 29 and 30. Pero another reason why we didn't do it earlier in the November kasi we wanted to be mindful of um the events na mangyayari in the community. Ayaw namin sila masapawan,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah.
Kasi they're compared to how big Frightcon is gonna be. I'm not trying to boast. It's just the scale of it. I mean, we didn't want to take away possible con goers from a
Mm-hmm.
specific con that's happening at the same time. And I mean this in the most heartfelt way. Kasi
Nag-aagawan.
yeah,
Nag-aagawan.
we don't want that happening here. So we're always mindful of other communities' schedule when they have events, and we try to match that with ours. And it's not a big deal for us actually. And I think it's also a good thing that we did it at 29 and 30 kasi a lot of cosplayers said like, "Oh my god, yes, I have more time to save up
And make my
cosplay
costume.
costume."
And
And yeah, so Frightcon is basically um for horror enthusiasts like me. And well, not just horror enthusiasts. Like if you're into spooky stuff, creepy stuff, you're I think you'll fit right in Frightcon.
Di, tsaka Halloween is like the cosplayer event of the year.
Yeah,
It's the event of
everyone's
the year.
It
cosplay.
is. It is. It is. So
Like all
that's
parties are like, oh, I need a costume for this, and then all cosplayers are like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a costume. I have to be the best in costume in our office. Oh no,
well, yeah.
everyone's excited.
And it's exciting because at the same time, aside from the fact that, you're preparing costumes and stuff, it's also note that kami, ni Bianca, like one of the days we're gonna wear something really comfy. Because, there's other communities there as well in Frightcon. Hindi lang siya cosplay, di ba? May card community. Ako, excited ako sa card community. I really want to play with them. I really do. I'm a big card enthusiast. MTG, I play Grand Archive, Gundam, Pokemon, lahat yan. So I can't wait to mingle with that community. So I really do want to go
Mm.
around and like make the most out of the event. You know, not just as a guest, pero syempre as someone who's enjoying, experiencing your community as well. So, okay, so that's the lore. Bakit? So we're pushing pa rin for the Frightcon uh horror theme, even if it's at the end of November, which is totally cool because it's fine.
Christmas Eve.
Honestly, I think it's pretty cool because despite not necessarily being Halloween, despite wearing costumes, and originally costumes were worn because they're supposed to be scary, it kind of brings it back a little bit. Like Halloween was all about like being scary for in costume and stuff. So parang it feels like a second Halloween a little bit for those who didn't get
Why
to
not?
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayun. So, all right. Anything you want to add? Any more lore that you want to talk about sa Fricon?
Lore, hindi naman masyado.
What's a good lore? Oh, the name
Right,
Frightcon.
one.
Oh, gee.
Um, the original name was that I thought of was Spookfest, which
But
is
it kind of sounds like
sounds kind of
it sounds
generic.
like a drinking.
Okay. I'm glad it ended up with Frightcon. Better.
And I think another name was VillainCon, but
Doesn't
yeah, it
kind
doesn't.
of have the same punch to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think there's already a convention named VillainCon.
Is
I'm
it?
not
Villains
sure.
No, I
Ball,
don't think
Villains Ball.
so.
It's Villain's Ball. Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
dati.
that's the lore to the name. Just said, oh, what's a synonym to horror and creepy, frightening?
All
Let's
right.
do it, FrightCon.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, okay. What? Okay. Now, this is the question that's supposed to help out any fellow organizers out there or people who help make this. Like, and you're considering doing something similar for a smaller community, or if you're a content creator that wants to do something for your community, what challenges or walls did you face organizing this event?
There will always be problems when it comes to logistics. Because prior to this, I've also they did a stint planning for music video. Shout out to the P-pop group. What's the name of it? I forgot the name of the P-pop group. Anyway, shout out to the ones that I worked with. Logistics talaga. Logistics wise, you have to be perfect when it comes to it. Everything should be aligned. For example, when it comes to those visiting, like the guests, for me, we should be the ones handling the where you stay, what you eat, and we have to make sure that you're well taken care of because that's our responsibility. And then for those attending the con, we have to make sure na everyone has their tickets on, and then no one slips through without paying for their tickets. What else do we have to? Uh, and this
Yeah,
particular, the staff.
the staff.
The
Because
staff.
one thing that we've all experienced, cosplayer or hindi, is that I actually personally experienced this when I was still starting out. And I think it's not that sinasadya ng iba, but there are times talaga na we're gonna be underpaid.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how that feels. My friends know how that feels. So as much as possible, we try to compensate them properly for the work that
Yes.
they
Mm-hmm.
do, and we protect our staff. We help our staff as well. We treat them as our own family, kumbaga,
That's true.
family close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun.
And
What else did we?
division of labor.
Yeah.
Division of
Oh,
labor.
good one.
Since
Division of labor. Well, the problem of some organizations, especially new ones, is everyone wants to make everyone wants to make everything their problem to solve. Diba?
mm,
Like if there's a problem, everybody is gonna be like, oh my god, how do we fix this? But sometimes it's all about division of labor. Sino yung in charge sa blank? Sino yung in charge dito? And that way, the ones who are in charge of specific things, they don't need to worry about the problem of another person's assigned work. So carry on. I want to hear about
Uh,
this.
uh,
division of labor. For example, who is in charge? Someone has to spearhead. For example, how
Exactly.
about spear?
Point
um,
person,
there's
parang a person in charge.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's supposed to be a point person. Last say would always be the point person. For example, me, Hoven, Ria, and Stella, what I do is we always, and I don't want to always be the point person. I have to make sure that everyone has voted when it comes to a big thing
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or a big move. It has to be voted on by the leaders. So I always say, okay, before I allow this, I want everyone to say their piece. I want to make sure na everyone has voted on it. We do votations in our group. And for example, Hoven is in charge of
social media.
social media,
Yeah.
definitely social media. And Ria, she walks most of the papers, and Stella,
Stella is on
treasurer.
treasurer
Treasurer.
and graphics as well.
Yeah, she helps
So
Hoven.
I think one of the why I said division of labor is that we underestimated the amount of work there is in those specific areas, because those are the four main areas that you need. You need someone for papers, logistics. You need someone for your publication materials. You need someone handling your funds, and I think
Sponsors.
yeah, that's part of the
Sponsors.
logistics.
That's one
Yeah,
of the that's
so
one of
it's
the
like
hard parts, no? Finding sponsors.
I'm not gonna lie, that's true because I'm the one in charge of running
Yeah.
after sponsors. I call it sponsor hunting.
yeah. So it's like sometimes, actually, sometimes I would be chatting with Joven at like 2 a.m. I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna finish this? How am I gonna do this? Like, da 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 da. Da. So it's like we really underestimated how much work goes through all of this, which is why me and Joven talked about it last night. Like, okay, next event natin, we need to have like a team of 10 or something.
That's true. I was thinking about it.
We need to expand kasi we can't be doing everything
Mm-hmm.
kasi we're gonna end up doing mistakes, and we have done mistakes along the way which we do not want to repeat. And one way na we learn is to divide the labor properly and have enough people on your team, but not to have too much.
Correct.
Kasi we have a
Totoo yan.
called social it's okay. We have a thing called social loafing, where they just loaf around because they're expecting other people to do
Somebody
the
else
job
to
for
be
them. So it's like
accountable for it, right? And then if
yeah.
there's too many
So it's like
people, they're waiting. Oh, sino yung unang kikibo? Who's the first one who's gonna make a move to do something about this? And once that one person
yeah.
does it, then they're just gonna follow like sheep. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you have just the right amount of people kasi they have that sense of accountability and responsibility to actually do it kasi they know no one is gonna save them if it goes wrong. I mean, I don't want
Yes.
our staff to have that mindset na, they're afraid to make mistakes because they were gonna be mad. That's not what I meant.
No.
What I meant is like
Be accountable
by
for
what
any
sense of
shortcomings, but then
yeah, like if they make a mistake, they know that they're gonna be the one to fix it, but they can also come to us if they need help. Pero they need to be proactive about fixing their mistakes and
That's true.
leading their or doing their job.
yes, it, it
Responsibility.
it
Yeah,
Yeah.
helps
responsibility.
it helps develop critical thinking, Ren. Like, you imagine if there's something should be fixed. Hihintayin mo ba yung mga ibang tao na gumalaw? Like, are you gonna wait for them to do something before you know that there's something that should be done, and you know you can do it, right? And but the more responsible or the more accountability you are used to having for situations like that, the more responsibility you're gonna take, and you're gonna do it on your own without waiting. I know a little bit about what you're going. Well, not a little bit. Actually, my first job out after college was events. I was an event organizer. I was an event
Mm.
director. So if you remember Miss Universe when it happened here in the Philippines before,
Yeah.
I was actually an assistant director for Miss Universe when it happened in the Philippines.
Oh.
So I was actually one of the people like handling like the image feed for the TV and stuff like that. And I was the only one like as the assistant director, ako yung in charge doon. If something were to go wrong, it's on me. You know? I did a lot of other events as well. I actually did one in Pangasinan before for Eagle Cement, lol, haha. So, like you really get to see all of these and I also did a festival in Pangasinan before. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ano
my
yung
my
bangus festival?
I forgot the name of that festival, pero my performers noon, like it was the middle of a church, in this, um, man, I gotta look back at that. I can't remember anymore. Pero
Bayambang? Is it Bayambang?
yeah, Bayambang, I did. It was
I
one of the
live there. I live there.
yeah.
Was
Parang
it
may parang
was
court
it
sa
the
harap.
opening?
Yeah, may open
Yeah.
area doon. Tapos may parang may stadium. Aba na stadium, parang like a stage area na basta I remember that. So I know what you're talking about. It's what I experienced as well when I graduated. As someone who had just graduated, I felt like everything is my responsibility. Everything needs to be fixed by me. If I can see something, medyo bibo pa ako nun. But then when I experienced, like actual work, I realized not everything is my not everything is my problem. Like I see this is happening, but I know that somebody else is in charge of it. The most I can do is tap that person and say like, "Hey, that's happening. You do that." That way, when something on my work, my scope of work is going wrong, full attention. I can give 100% of my effort, my time, and my attention to my task, and I don't need to worry about anyone else doing the same thing, like worrying about mine, because they trust me that I'm gonna do it, and that's the kind of organizing or team that you'd want to build. No, people who know what they're supposed to do, and people who trust their colleagues to be in charge of what they're supposed to do. That way, efficient talaga. You're firing fully in on with all cylinders talaga. So yeah.
You know that they grow with you at the same time, because if you're getting all the work, you're the only one getting the experience, but then the one slower than you should also learn
Oo,
through you then.
tama. And ikaw, if you take all the work, burnout. Mababurnout ka. And then the ones who are
So
not taking in any work or taking minimal work, masasanay. They're gonna get used to that level of work that they're doing. So the moment that they're put into another position with a different set of teammates, and then biglang everyone's getting the equal amount of work, they're gonna get burnt out
mhm.
because they got used to the minuscule amount of work they were doing before. And then biglang it's like, what's happening? Di ganito dati. But the truth is, it's just how it is. It's supposed to be like that. So,
They should have been proactive then. Dapat
mm,
natuto sila maging proactive.
it's part of it talaga. Kasi, at the end of the day, who benefits when you grow other than yourself, right? Who
Mhm.
benefits? Nobody else. It's your life journey. Nobody else is gonna benefit from your own personal growth. So, ayun. Wow. Psychology and business stuff. Next question. All right. From Dagupan and beyond, was it hard growing out of the usual comfort zone of the communities that you started and started working on a bigger community? together with all these. Ang dami ninyo sa comment section. They're like, I can see them, mga crafter community, parami. So what's it like? I know that it's impossible that you're into every single hobby. But then here you are working with community leaders from different hobbies that you may not even be like associated with or interested with personally. So what's it like growing out that comfort zone?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a thing here. There are so much people that are into one hobby, but there are no groups. I've noticed that here while I'm chatting with people. They're into a hobby, there's a group, but then they don't have this specific yung community that will help them grow. For example, I've chatted with yung pickleball here, artists. There needs to be a specific community so that there's a growth in it. And then there's a specific yung may patutunguhan,
Mm.
kumbaga.
Yeah, like
Lang talaga. And
there's
then
an end
at the
goal for
same
it.
time, there should always be an end goal, which is teaching the ones in the lower levels to be better at what they do and to be more interested, to grow their interest, and to grow the community. And another bonus fact, yung government, if it's a community, of course, mas madali makakuha ng sponsorships. They will help you grow your community if you help them at the same time.
Mm. Uh, for me naman, well, actually, I want to clarify something lang. Um, Although we are saying that we are building a community, I want to clarify that everyone joining us is still has their own autonomy as a community. Like they still have their own personality. Bale, what we're just doing is like throwing a big party for everyone to get together. Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Kasi what makes a community is like it's a group of people with who thinks alike. So when you have a community, when you build a community, like for Ensol, right? I'll do Ensol as an example. Like we have Pangasinan Epic Ensol here,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on, they branched out. We actually have a sibling community called Katsuro
Katsuro
Cosplayers.
Cosplayers.
Okay, yeah.
So they branched out, and we still help each other. And from those two communities, there was Crafter Hub. So it branched out again like that. And Crafter Hub is just it's a community of seamstress, crafters, 3D printers, everyone who does crafting basically. And then there's also um the photography community,
Oh yeah.
which is they're like the backbone of every single convention, I tell you. Yeah. So I think it's generally they just call themselves actually no, they don't have one.
I gumawa kami ng
It's just a group
chat.
chat.
It's just a group chat.
But everyone there is friends.
Yeah, because we usually have 5 specific
4 or 5
photographers. Shout out to Torio,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Cherish, shout to
Kuya Axe.
Axe and Lazy.
Lazy Arts.
Yeah.
So we just decided that okay, let's just create this group where all of the media is there so we can coordinate parang ganon. And then there's also the group for artists. So it's just
Yeah. What are they saying?
We have
Photo
2 groups.
toys. What's photo
yeah.
toys? Totoo ba yan?
That's why I was like, what's the name? What's the name?
Photo
See,
toys.
that's the name of the group chat. I just
Yeah,
say
I'm looking
that.
at the comment section.
Shout out to chat. Thanks, chat. But yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of those even though a lot of those um clubs or communities are of their own autonomy and they do their own thing, they still consider themselves part of ENSO. And we don't really claim them as like parang as our own, like parang kami yung community na yan sa ganito lang yan. Like no, we just you guys do your own thing. We will support you when you do your own thing. It's kind of like seeing a child go to school, or like you're seeing your firstborn child go to kindergarten.
Oh,
You know that feeling. It's like
no,
that's
I
kind of
don't
like,
have children.
oh yeah, I have cousins,
Okay,
small
okay.
cousins. Kind of like what I felt when I first saw communities starting to emerge. Because what I felt was like, oh my god, they're having the courage and the initiative to build their own thing, and I think that's really good, and that's really, I'm so proud of them. And yeah, so it wasn't that hard for us to branch out and expand, actually. And pero for the other communities that we have,
Kumbaga, it's like a big family within Pangasinan,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
which was parang we teach each other, we teach each other to grow. We do our best to teach each other to grow in their own areas. For example, there's the photo place, and then
Okay, okay.
there,
What a
sorry.
name. What a name.
Just
well, yeah.
we just grow. And for done naman, outside communities, I'll give them a shout out. Shout out to Otageki. Shout out from from Baguio. Shout out to Luco from La Union. Shout out to Tarlac Hobbyist and
Baguio.
no, I already mentioned
Okay, okay.
Baguio. Tarlac Hobbyist and the Otaku from Tarlac as well. They're gonna be coming to Frightcon as our community guests from Baguio, La Union, and Tarlac. So you guys see them there. It's gonna be fun. As for them naman, we actually just met them in conventions then.
Hindi.
Yeah, and we would ask them, "Oh, where are you from? Which community do you?" That's the first thing we actually ask sometimes. Which community do you belong? And when they would say different community from us, and we'd be curious, like, oh,
Saan yan?
yes, and yan. And we've actually had people from other places like Baguio and Tarlac and La Union come to Pangasinan whenever we have big
Yeah,
conventions
and
here.
guestings. Get them for
Yeah.
guestings.
So it's like we just wanna give back to them, and we wanna feature them in our we wanna introduce them
Our way of
formally.
thanks.
Yeah,
It's
and
our
in a
way
way
of
of
thanks.
thanks
That
for supporting Pangasinan for
okay.
this long. So yeah, that's actually why we invited a lot of them. We just want them to shine here in Pangasinan as well. And hopefully we get to connect with other cities and other communities outside of Pangasinan.
It's just
Yep.
one big family. Hindi
Yeah.
work
Honestly,
naman eh.
it's amazing. It's honestly, hearing all of this is insane because you're really growing outside of your local communities. You know, like I visit different parts of the, like the Philippines, and the other communities I visited, like Palawan, Iloilo, Bacolod. It's really just Palawan, Iloilo, Bacolod on their own. But then here you are branching out the neighboring communities, and that's what's great about it. Like honestly, I see it like growing and growing to the point that the whole of Luzon feels like it's elevated as a whole as a community hub. No, and you're the ones who are propagating that growth. So good job.
As it should naman. Because in the end, we're just one big community made out of smaller communities. So everyone's into something, and at the same time, we should help each other grow in one way or another.
Yeah. That's actually one of the main is one of the meanings of enso then. It
Mm-hmm.
means to embrace perfection and imperfection. And in our community, it doesn't matter if you're imperfect. No one's perfect, let's face it. And instead of shutting that out, we actually try to encourage them to continue. Because we know how a lot of people are passionate about what they do,
Mm-hmm.
but they just get burnt out or nawalan sila ng gana because of having that fear of being imperfect. Pero I must say to you guys, y'all are beautiful.
Oh,
Y'all are
my God.
great.
All right. That's great. That's actually really, really inspiring of you guys. And yun, I have another question for you guys. All right. We're at question number 6 na. Wow, it's already been 46 minutes. That's crazy. Are you guys having fun
Listen.
so far? Is it nice sharing this part about
Yeah.
Yeah,
your?
yeah.
Yeah, you and Ria was a little bit nervous a while ago, pa. Honestly, compared to other interviews, I don't even have to talk as much because I don't need to carry because you guys really know how to like tell your story well. Now, question six: what would you say is the most important, number one thing, most important thing about building a community? If you were to pick just one
Hmm.
thing, you can do one thing each if you want.
One thing. For me, it's to see through the end of what you started.
See through
Mm,
the end.
Yeah, like you have to commit. You need to have that commitment to what you started when you're building a community.
For me, it's understanding when it comes to everyone, given that everyone has their own thing, everyone has their own imperfections, but at the same time, you have to be nurturing. Because when I got here, of course, I felt like a mom. I felt like a mom. But everyone's gonna find out my age now. But I felt like everyone has to be nurtured. Everyone doesn't, in some way, some of them felt sort of alone. But then you have to nurture that and make them feel like, okay, there's such a way to go. You have a family. And then sometimes I have to be strict with them. For example, I see something wrong. I have to note that and tell them, oh, hindi dapat ganyan. But I say it in a way na not strict because really I'm not their mom. I'm just like someone
yeah.
telling them that
Mm-hmm.
the way na nakita ko sa, let's say nakita natin sa Manila, but the better way to do it is dapat like that. If naninita din ako, pero hindi in a way na parang, kasi I'm really not their mom, pero I'm just telling them, okay, mom, they actually call me Mom Bernice
I
here.
mean,
Like mom,
you're the leader,
mom
right?
brain.
Mom Bernice.
Yeah. Handa ng todo-todo, guys. But, love ko pa rin kayo.
Yeah. For me, why the reason why I said need to have commitment. It's kind of like ano kasi, so snowball effect. You're not gonna have other things when you're not gonna be able to do other things like, oh, that sense of responsibility, that other things that if you're not committed to that group. Kasi when you're committed, huhugot sana ako. When you're committed to someone, you're gonna be effortful. You're gonna make a lot of effort for them. Kasi you love that group. I love my community. I love my group. That's why I'm committed to them. Sure, I've actually taken like half a year break for my own sake at some point. But
Mm-hmm.
I still went back to them because I really am committed to Enso. I really am committed to Pangasinan community. And I think that's one thing that anyone who wants to build a community should have. And I think it's what I see in a lot of communities then. Kasi I heard from other communities as well na yung mga leaders nila, mga heads nila, they're like pamilyado na, they already have kids, they already have work, they're working overseas, some of them, pero they're still committed to helping their community. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that. So yeah, for me, what I can the thing that ano lang sa akin is, yeah, commitment talaga to your community, to commitment to what you started. You have to see through it until it is what you want it to be. Then maybe you can pass the mantle to someone else.
Oo,
Mm-hmm.
totoo yan.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's a really good advice actually, and you work to make systems that will continue to work even when you're not there. It's your
Mhm.
legacy. So you don't just work so that you can create something for you to use. Because eventually you're gonna grow, you're gonna be promoted, maybe you're gonna leave the community, maybe you're gonna take a break, maybe you're gonna do something else in your life. Again, at the end of the day, this is a hobby we do because we love it, right? And you love it. So when you leave, you wanna leave it with love, right? You wanna leave it with systems that anyone can carry on for you. And you'll see that system working when you're gone. And remember, I did that. I'm the reason that happened. And you can take pride in knowing that
Yeah.
you are one of the people that started that, right?
It's actually, I'm gonna shout out Joven in this because I'm gonna be honest, he's one of the um person, he's one of the people that inspired me the most to continue. Like I know I'm always bantering with him sa GC. I'm always bantering with him. Actually, I think some of our members of the community think I hate Joven. But actually, I love him so much.
Observe ko yan
He's
pag
he's one of
nakita
my
ko kayo.
best friends.
I'll see you guys so soon. I'm so excited actually.
Yeah, we were always bantering with each other. And pero deep down, we kind of connect in like a this level na we started something. And what Joven always says, like you have to pass the torch. You have to light the torch and you have to pass the torch. And we were the ones who passed the torch, and it got to a point na we discussed, what if magre-retire na tayo?
Oo nga.
What's gonna happen to our communities?
So
And
now meron kayong, you're teaching people.
yeah,
You have their Padawans. They already
yeah,
have their Padawans and they're teaching them. What if we leave? We need to make sure na this person is gonna
Is
make sure
ready.
everyone is taken care of.
Yeah,
yeah,
Everyone is
exactly.
ready.
Kasi naman, if you leave, tapos wala, and it's a dead end, and then mag-fizzle out na lang yung pinaghirapan ninyo.
yeah,
Lame!
yeah.
All right.
This is my Enzo's my baby, so I want it to continue. I want it to be something big. Well, not big. I want it to be something consistent, and I want it to leave a mark.
And that's
That's actually one of my, yeah,
that that's one. Well, yeah, go on.
yeah, sorry. That's one of my goals in life, is to leave a mark. Even if it's a small mark, I want to leave a mark um before I get old. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So ngayon, we want to do something big. We want to make this a legacy of ours, and we want the young ones watching right now. I'm pretty sure my apprentice is watching right now. Yeah, I think he's here, but yeah, we're teaching young ones now to how to do the things we do, and hopefully they can carry on what we did.
Yeah.
And baka malay nyo, Kuya Cholo, in a few years you'll be working with our kids.
Or you're gonna
You'll be working with
or,
our apprentice.
or they're gonna be working with whoever I pass on my work to, diba? Like we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah.
So ayun, so that was great. Actually, the next question was to ask for tips for community leaders, pero everything that you guys are saying is already a tip, so I'm gonna skip that question. Pero tama naman yung sinasabi nyo. That's all true. And it's really good to hear that as well. Ayun. So, ito. Now it's a gank question since this is a gank interview. How do companies or systems like gank help in the growth of creators or community leaders just like you guys?
Laking tulong yung ticketing. Like, super laking tulong yung ticketing
Mm.
system ninyo. I love it that you're helping creators monetize via their selling, and then the tiers pa lang. It helps them so much. It helps them so much kasi normally it's just selling their merch. Because remember, before it's just selling prints, selling stickers, that's pretty much it. But now, nag-level up ng todo to kasi now we have tiers now. That,
Mm.
and then the influencers can now grow via that. Before wala tayong ganun eh.
As a creator, well, I don't think I can call myself a creator yet because I haven't really put out much. But I will be soon. I will be. I will be. Just give me time. But yeah.
No, I believe that. I believe
I
that.
as 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 an aspiring creator, for me, I really love using platforms like Gap because it helps me reach people na I don't meet
Every day.
yeah, every day, or like in proximity, kumbaga. Like
Mm.
it helps me connect with them. And in exchange, it's like they can support me as well. And as someone who is not really like I'm don't have a lot of funds for my it's like
Yes.
Laking
yeah,
tulong
it's
yun.
like
Laking
it's
tulong
it's
talaga.
like malaking tulong. Like money doesn't grow on trees, guys. It's
Yeah.
like
And then
it
hobbies
really
are not
doesn't.
free. Hobbies are expensive,
It's not
especially,
That's
for
you
so
you.
know,
true. Hobbies
cosplay.
are so
Lahat,
expensive.
kahit music, any hobby, my investment, golf, lahat, everything. So,
Cards. Cards are very expensive.
cards are very
Hobbies like
expensive.
craft. That's true. You should know that. And then shout out to my brother. He's spending everything on cards
But yeah,
and things.
ayun. So, yeah, thank you for that. So, basically, Gank helps creators sustain their hobbies for longer. And of course, to level
And
up their
connect with
hobbies
other people.
and to connect with other people.
That's
Yeah.
Like,
true.
you're not limited to your proximity when you're in Gank kasi aside from just being, being able to connect with people or show your stuff to people within the Philippines, you also do it all throughout Southeast Asia and because Gank isn't a local platform, it's present in like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, all that stuff. Ayun. So next, almost done. So you guys already answered the question, but I'm gonna ask you, what what is your favorite Gank feature? Ayan, so I think Bernice answered yun,
It's,
ticketing, being able to use his ticketing.
yeah, ticket. Oh, it's such a big help. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a big help. It's so easy for us to note down the merchandise that we have already sold, the tickets. Yeah, and madali lang talaga. It just made the flow so easy as compared to if it was physical.
Yes.
Like we have to contact the because we contact cafes to sell for us. It's gonna be very ano kasi you need to have the same vibe with them.
Mm-hmm.
Not all talaga. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For me, man, my favorite feature, it's I'm gonna sound really dito kasi a little bit background. I used to do work then where I would manually maybe I'm just not that tech savvy, I don't know. But I would every time they buy a ticket via the Google Forms, I would have to manually email them the details, their serial code sa ticket nila, all that
Mm,
stuff. And it's like when I used Gank, I realized, oh wait, they can email details for me. I don't have to do it. And it's
yeah.
like it just made me so happy for some reason. Like I don't have to do this work.
Oh
Thank
my gosh,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
again
neat now.
it's a digital storefront, so it helps standardize and kind of like help with the process of, especially work stuff like ticketing and creator monetization. So I'm glad to hear that. Really, thank you. Thank you for using Gank. And finally, last question to cap things off, what can we look forward to in Frightcon and beyond? Like even after Frightcon.
After FrightCon, should
Oh
we
my god.
or should we?
I mean, like you don't have to
Ah,
spoil anything. I'm just generally, like maybe generally you want to hype.
um, what you can expect in FrightCon is yeah, a lot of communities coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching
That's
out to
yeah,
them, really.
that's the main thing. And the usuals, the competitions, the cosplay competition, the dance competition. We actually have a wild rift
Wild Rift Fun.
tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Tekken.
and
Wild
Tekken.
Don't
Rift
forget
Tournament, parang
Tekken.
gusto kong sumali dyan, ah.
Oh,
I wanna
you
join.
could. You
Pwede.
Bianca
could.
and I actually do content
Pwede.
for Wild Rift kasi.
Oh, I
So, we do
see.
official streams for them and we do work with them. Alam mo naman, Bernice, like when I work,
Yeah.
do stuff with
Love
Ryan.
it.
So,
Yeah,
malay mo.
and um beyond, I think after FrightCon, I think we're gonna take a little bit of rest.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We need
Yes,
a
yes, you
break.
deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. But of course,
Yeah.
you guys are
We
really
have Christmas
hardworking.
naman.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
the community can look forward to more growth after. Whatever it is that you do in FrightCon, you're gonna
mhm,
learn from. I'm so sure of it.
I think after FrightCon though, after we have our break, I think
We haven't. We haven't.
Ah, wag mo
no
spoil. Mamaya
of
na.
course
kapag Frightcon na, I'm pretty sure you're saving it for that. Don't spoil it. Just to know, looking
Ano,
forward to new
no,
stuff.
it's we were thinking of doing Frightcon again.
Yeah.
We were planning on doing it a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So since we now know the struggles and the mistakes that we make, hopefully we don't make the same mistakes
Yeah, it's
next
gonna
year.
be easier for us. The flow is gonna be so much better, and then less headaches for us, and hopefully it would be
Bigger.
bigger,
Yeah.
much bigger for you guys.
Maybe it's not in Pangasinan. You never know.
Much
Yo,
bigger.
I want to
Maybe
get.
it's not in
Sige,
Pangasinan.
sige. Let's leave it
Hopefully.
at that. It might be somewhere else. So, ayun. Amazing. Excited. We have a little bit more than a week before FrightCon, so I'm pretty sure you guys are all cramming. I'm cramming as well.
Cram.
Bianca is also
Yeah.
cramming. She's also again like me and Bianca. She's there. She's behind me, by the way. She's listening to this whole thing, and we're excited. We're very excited to go to Dagupan. We're excited to be a part of FrightCon, and all the content creators are as well. And yeah. So, do you guys have any last minute final like promotions for anything, like your own social media, anything that you want to promote before we say goodbye?
Well, follow our page,
Mm-hmm.
Hobbyverse PH. Also our page, Pangasinan Epic and
Epic
so
and so
cosplayers. Shout out to our communities in Pangasinan.
Katsura
Yeah,
cosplay
Catcher
and
Cosplayers,
Crafter
Crafter
Hub.
Hub,
Babies.
which is they're our partners and almost everything. They support us so much.
So much.
We love you
So much.
guys.
Thank you.
Um, well, I don't really need to promote my socials or anything. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What else? Well,
We'll see you there.
yeah, we'll see you
Good
there.
job. Best of luck on your
Craftings and
or
cosplays.
best of luck because I'm thinking of mine too.
Yeah, we
All
actually
right.
don't
Don't
have a
stress out,
costume
I know.
yet.
Awesome. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much, Ria, Bernice. You guys were amazing. Ria was a little bit nervous, but she passed the the interview
Best.
with flying colors. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for giving us some of your time. I know you guys are busy as well. So salamat talaga. Looking forward to FrightCon. And once again, this is Gang Studios. We talk to content creators, community leaders, and of course, people who just want to grow in this beautiful community that we're in. I'm your host, Cholo Tolentino. We have Ria and Bernice here from FrightCon, and they're from Hobbyverse Philippines. So ayun, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in the next episodes. And good night, goodbye, and hope you guys have fun.
Bye
Bye,
guys.
guys.
All right, goodbye.